Hey, I'm Colin Gray, and today we're going to look at podcast courses. If you want to learn how to launch or improve your podcast, I've got 7 of the best courses out there to talk through, tell you what each one's for, why you might want it, and put you in the best position to learn how to create a great podcast. All right, I'm excited to be talking about podcasting courses today. I've been lucky enough to have access to a whole bunch of courses over the last few years, and obviously we create our own courses as well. So it's great to talk through some of my favorite courses, both from people we know and trust, great teachers in the podcasting space, as well as the stuff we do as well. So I'm going to talk you through 7 different courses for 7 different purposes, lots of different methods for learning, and let you know which one might suit you best. So let's jump right into them. Just to let you know, there is a full guide to this, a written guide to this. You'll see the links in the description below to each course, but if you want to go over and see the blog post, which gives you full details on every single course, as well as links through to them, all the pricing, all that kind of stuff, just go over to thepodcasthost.com/podcast course. Okay, thepodcasthost.com/podcast course, and you'll find that blog post there. And of course, if you decide you don't want to pay for a course, you can find all of our free resources at thepodcasthost.com. We have our How to Start guide there, for example, which takes you through over about 5,000 words and all the steps, bigger than some paid courses. So you'll find that over at thepodcasthost.com/start. But let's jump into the courses. Okay. First one I want to talk about is one by Chris Curran, so the Podcast Engineering School. So I'm jumping in at the high end here. This one is $4,000, okay? $3,995. So this is a premium course, all right, for people who really want to master the technicalities of audio production. So I'm jumping in here because there's a few people out there, it's a smaller proportion, but a few people out there who really want to understand the technicalities of audio. If you want to be a podcast producer, maybe this is even to train you up to be a podcast producer for other people, to earn money being a podcast producer. This is something that you can do. So Chris will take you through it. It's a live course. So you jump on a Zoom call or a live call with him every single week over a few months. So that's why it's premium. It's full time, it's kind of getting his full time, his full attention. You can talk to Chris to do that. But it is $4,000. And it's only really for the specialists that really want to understand technical audio right from the start, okay? And most podcasters, we don't need that. Most podcasters just need the basics. In fact, it's almost detrimental to understand too much about audio because you then start worrying about it too much and spending too much time on audio production and less on actually planning good content, talking to your audience, marketing your show, all that stuff that's actually more important in creating a great show. Of course, audio quality is necessary, it's essential. You need to have a minimum level of audio quality, but all of the other courses I'll talk about in a minute will give you at least that minimum level. But Chris Curran's course, just go over to podcastengineeringschool.com and you'll find it there. Just a quick tip here actually, because a lot of you won't want to worry about the podcast, either with the audio engineering, there is a tool that takes care of it for you. So Alitu, alitu.com, alitu.com. Go over to alitu.com, you get a 7-day free trial, and Alitu handles so much of the audio technical parts for you. It does the audio cleanup, does the leveling, the noise reduction, it puts your music in automatically, transitions from the music to the voice, and it'll publish it for you as well. So that's a tool out there that will handle all of that sort of technical audio stuff for you. So then you can just worry about the content and the speaking and your real skills in creating a good podcast. So next course we'll cover is Power Up Podcasting by Pat Flynn. Okay, so Pat has run his own podcast, Smart Passive Income, for I don't know what it is now, a decade? Maybe a long time anyway. It's certainly just about the same length of time as we've been running our show actually. So Power Up Podcasting is a launch course. It's a beginner's course that takes you from nothing up to launching your podcast in the best possible way. It costs $799. I think you can split it up, so you can pay either all up front or you can split it up into sections. But Pat's course does cover, it's kind of a concise one, so it includes everything you need, but it's quite quick and easy to go through. Really well put together. Pat knows his stuff. He's been podcasting for a long time now. He's been teaching this course for a long time as well. So we know it's good quality. We know it includes everything you need. So Power Up Podcasting, definitely one to check out if you know Pat, if you trust Pat and you want to check out his launch course. You want to go through it step by step. And I believe you get some free coaching in there as well, most of the time. But check, that might only be sometimes when he runs it, but you occasionally get live coaching included in it as well. So if you want to check that one out, go over to thepodcasthost.com/poweruppodcasting, thepodcasthost.com/poweruppodcasting. And that's if you're beginner level, you just want to get your show out there right now. Okay, next course I'll cover is the one by us. So the Podcast Host Academy. The Podcast Host Academy is our collection of not just one course, but a whole range of courses. And it also includes live coaching every single week that you can jump into. It includes other resources and tools too. So we've got a launch checklist that you can work through. It gives you dates and times and really sort of encourages you to take those steps every single day. And we've got a whole collection of ebooks, and we have a free music library in there as well. So if you're new to podcasting or you want to jazz up your show, you can get music and effects included in the Academy too. In terms of the courses, we have our Launch Essentials course, which is similar in vein to Pat's Power Up Podcasting. It's really for those beginners. It's a complete but concise course, the minimum you need to get your show out there with great quality. And then we've got other ones like presentation skills. We've got a growth course, so a whole course around how to grow your audience once you're launched. We've got a monetization course, how to earn some cash out of your podcast, and a whole bunch of other courses too. If you want to check out what's in there, just go over to thepodcasthost.com/academy, thepodcasthost.com/academy. And the Academy costs, right now, it costs $325. We're experimenting with a few different prices at the moment, so it might be slightly different by the time you get there, but it'll be in the same kind of region, about $325 to $350 for the year. And it's an annual membership because it includes that live coaching every single week. And we update it, we add new courses, we make sure it's all fully up to date at all times. So that's why it's an annual membership. You're committing to the year of your podcast. The next one I'll mention is Launch Essentials itself. So I mentioned Launch Essentials there, which is a launch course. We actually sell that singly. You can get that over at thepodcasthost.com/launch essentials, thepodcasthost.com/launch essentials. And like I said, that's a course that takes you from complete beginner, so you don't need to know anything about podcasting. It'll take you from complete beginner through planning your show, through getting your gear set up, to getting your software set up, to recording your show, to editing your show, to producing your show, to publishing, okay? And it also helps you get your hosting set up and then gives you a plan for your first 3 months in terms of how to get your podcast properly set up, to start growing, to get that snowball rolling, okay? So that's what Launch Essentials is for. It's a complete but concise course, and it's only $140 as well. So we keep that price nice and low to help as many people as you can get into podcasting. Next course I want to cover is from a friend of mine, Daniel J. Lewis. And he runs the Audacity to Podcast and a few other podcasting tools as well, like My Podcast Reviews and the like. But he's got a course called SEO for Podcasters. Okay, so SEO for Podcasters is a course that's designed to help you figure out how to be found in search. So in Apple Podcasts and Spotify and Google Podcasts, and also in web search as well. So it's really teaching a very specific subject around how to be found more effectively. So it's a lovely little course. If you want to concentrate on that, you want to increase your search visibility, you can dedicate, a week or two to putting that work in to make sure your podcast is appearing really well in all kinds of search, from podcast search to text search as well. So that's SEO for Podcasters by Daniel J. Lewis. And that only costs $199. So $199 for that course, one-off price, and you can get straight in there. If you want to check that out, go over to thepodcasthost.com/SEO for Podcasters. I'll just add a little bit cheekily that we have an SEO section in our growth course on our own, and the Academy as well. So it's an alternative if you think that'd be useful to you. So the next course I'll cover, or collection of courses I should say, is Dave Jackson, the School of Podcasting. So we know Dave well too, been in podcasting a long time, and he has his very own School of Podcasting, which is his membership. It costs $49 per month, for access, or I believe 10 times that, $4.99 for a year of membership as well. And his is similar in vein to the Academy in that it's got, Skype 101 course, it's got office hours, it's got a range of different courses that you can see, taking you from beginner through to expert as well. If you want to see the range of courses inside Dave's School of Podcasting, pop over to thepodcasthost.com/SOP, thepodcasthost.com/SOP for School of Podcasting, and you can check out what Dave offers. Now, one final course that I'll cover is by a good friend of mine, great guy, Mike Russell. So Mike Russell from Music Radio Creative, and he is for anyone who really cares about audio quality, real sort of technical audio production again, similar to Chris Curran, but these courses are arguably more affordable, but then Chris's are live coached. So if you really want that one-on-one help, Chris Curran's course might be the one for you, but Mike's are more video courses with a bit of support alongside, and they'll really teach you high-end professional audio production techniques. So he's got two courses. He's got one on podcast production specifically, and he's got one on general audio production with Adobe Premiere. Now, Premiere is his tool of choice. He's a total advocate for Adobe Premiere. So if you really want to kind of up your audio production game, if editing and production value and, real kind of complex formats is what powers your podcast, if that's what makes your podcast unique, then Mike's course here could be the one for you. He could take you into detail on how to really make a podcast great. And they're a bit more expensive. They're in the $500 to $1,000 mark for a one-off purchase for those courses. But of course, if you want to get that quality out there, it could well be worth it for you. Now, if you want to pop over and have a look at them, just go over to thepodcasthost.com/MRC courses. MRC courses, that's Music Radio Creative courses. And of course, remember, Alitu does take care of a lot of this. So if you're not that interested in learning the production side of things, do pop over to Alitu, alitu.com, and that'll take care of all of that production stuff for you, like noise reduction, cleanup, all that stuff. So just there for you as an option. So I hope that's given you a good roundup of the podcasting courses that are available to you right now. And I've given you hopefully a good idea of which one might suit you, whether you're looking for the super technical, like Chris and Mike. Chris, if you really want to get into the industry as a podcast producer. Maybe Mike, if you're producing more creative podcasts and want to learn how to use Adobe Audition really well. But if you're at the other end and you want to just get that podcast out there, you care about the content, the speaking, about growing an audience, all that stuff, look at either Pat's course, which is the Power Up Podcasting one, or our Academy. Our Academy is designed for that kind of beginner level right up to advanced, but taking you from basic level right up to expert level with the growth and promotion and monetization techniques as well. And if you really just want that launch part, remember, we've got that Launch Essentials course as well. If you pop over to thepodcasthost.com/academy or thepodcasthost.com/launch essentials. We'd love to see you there. Thanks again for watching this video. Please do click subscribe if you want to see more of these in future. I'd love to see a comment from you as well. Let me know if you've done any podcasting courses in the past. I'd love to hear if I've missed any, for example, or if you've done any of these courses that I mentioned. Please do pop it in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next video.